Let's get back to it.
I'm sorry, we went over here.
Well, it's the second half of our doubleheader here in DeKalb. Brian Martin with you on a beautiful Saturday evening for soccer for the inaugural edition of the Women's 815 Cup as your DeKalb County United women take on Rockford Raptors. These two teams have been at each other since the women's club started back a few years ago. They've faced a number of times in the state cup final. They've faced each other a couple of times in games that determine league championships. They are rivals in every sense of the word and in every sense that we are of Rockford FC. And so this year we thought, you know what? We have the men's trophy that we've had since 2021. Let's do a ladies trophy, 815 Cup. So tonight, the very first of what we hope will be many, many more editions coming. Rockford Raptors are in pink tonight, pink shorts and tops with white numerals and trim, white socks. They're going from left to right on your screen. United in the mint green, they call them their Egyptian uniforms, mint green tops, black shorts, and gray socks. They're going from right to left here in the game's second minute of play. And the ball goes into the penalty area and it's knocked out. We'll get you some starting lineups and numbers here in just a little bit. And the ball goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for United. For Rockford Raptors in goal, number 50, Mia Olenek. Number 7, Mackenzie Alvarez. Number 23, Kira Bogot. Number 20, Mackenzie Pirch. Number 8, Annika Rausch. Number 15, Addison Schaefer. Number 9, Rowan Severson. Number 4, Genevieve Wilson. Number 28, Susie Kirsch. Number 19, Lucille Neusis. And number 11, Araceli Romero Molina. Those are your Rockford Raptor starters for tonight. And we're still trying to gather up some uniform numbers here. There's a shot from distance, and that's in the back of the net in the game's third minute. And that is goal number 1. And we'll just have to wait and see. The mint green numbers have white on them, and they are virtually impossible to read from here, especially at this time of night. The lights in the stadium not yet bright enough, the shadows covering. We'll see if we can get a goal scorer at some point. We'll usually have to ask the bench, but it's a third-minute goal, and United are on the board already. And here comes Romero Molina down the right-hand side. She crosses, looking for a teammate, goes behind everybody, goes all the way over to the side of the penalty area where number 15, Addison Schaefer, tracks it down. Those white numerals on pink, just absolutely gorgeous. For who got?
Opening goal of the evening for DeKalb, scored in the 4th minute by number 25, McKenna Gahagan.
All right, we have the goal scorers, McKenna Gahagan, in the 3rd minute, as United have the 1-0 lead. So Courtney is 3. Terry's 13. Kira is 17. Sierra?
Sierra. We can't see her number all the way over to the far side.
Okay.
That's everybody else.
Okay. Thank you very much.
I'll let you know when I get it.
You're welcome. Thanks. And the ball chipped ahead. United lineup. Number 0, Amy Steineman is in goal. Number 2, Callie Carl. Number 13, Darian Lucas. Number 14, M.T. Harrison. Number 4, M.T. Harrison. Number 8, Natalie Von Lowe. Sierra Ryu is out on the pitch. We're just trying to figure out which uniform number she's wearing tonight. Number 19 is Megan Carl. Number 17 is Kira Lilly. Number 16 is Abby Zipsey. Number 3 is Courtney Kruzenga. Number 20 is McKenna Gahagan. 25 is McKenna Gahagan, and Gahagan, the goal scorer in the 3rd minute as United lead 1-0. A bright start, and it goes all the way. The throw-in goes all the way through to Amy Steinman, wearing the traditional United powder blue for goalkeepers. Powder blue. That's for men's and women's teams. Powder blue shirt, powder blue shorts, powder blue socks. Intercepted. Straight in on goal, across the face of goal, and this game is tied. Addison Schaefer passes across the face of goal to number 11, Araceli Romero Molina, and in the game's 5th minute, we are level at 1. Romero Molina.
In the 7th minute, equalising goal for Rockford. Scored by number 7, Marcelo Rolina.
So 2 goals in the opening 5 minutes of play. That was not on my bingo card. And I'm sure it was not on Coach Dan Carl's bingo card. Oh, I'm sorry. I misspoke. That is not on DeKalb County Soccer Hall of Fame coach Dan Carl, inducted into the DeKalb County Soccer Hall of Fame for his efforts in developing soccer players at many levels, including here at DeKalb County United as the head coach of the women's team. And the women's team, by far and away, the most successful of the teams that we have. They've won a couple of state championships. They've won a couple of league championships. Tonight they have a chance to win another trophy in the 815 Cup. Our under-23 team, though, is in the top of the league in the Greater Chicago Soccer League, and they won the other night 2-1, and have opened up a 4-point lead at the top of the table with other teams playing this afternoon and tonight. So DeKalb County United U23s leading the U23 league in the Chicago Soccer League, and could be the first men's team to bring home a league championship trophy this year. We wish them all the best of luck. They're going to play a couple games here, 27th and 29th of July. There's no broadcast, but they'll be here at the NIU Soccer Complex playing their final 2 matches of the season. Ball goes straight through to Mia Olenek, the goalkeeper. And it will be Rockford Raptors who have it. One of the most disappointing games I've seen in our history was the State Cup final against these Raptors that was 1-1 at the end of regulation, and we lost on penalties when the last shooter for United, who had a chance to tie it and send it to extra penalties, was saved by the keeper. And a great save by the keeper. I take nothing away from her, but it was disappointing because it was a great game. The penalty shootout was exciting. There were a couple of saves by each goalkeeper. Tough way to lose. And the funny thing is, as a baseball fan myself, hearing for years that people thought penalty shootouts were the stupidest thing in the world, way to decide a contest, and yet the ratings for the All-Star game on Tuesday night, especially after the game went to what they called home run for the win, and that ball was kicked wide by Zipsy, and it'll be a goal kick. The ratings went up when the nation found out that there were going to be a home run hitting contest to decide the All-Star game. The ratings went up, and Philadelphia's Kyle Schwarber went 3 for 3 on his 3 swings and propelled the National League to victory. And people are saying, "Oh, what a great thing that was!" And so, to all you baseball fans, I say, yes, that sort of finish can be exciting, and it often is, and it's also sometimes heartbreaking. But it's fun because you can't have people playing a game for hours and hours on end with no result. This is Gahagan from deep and scores again, curl it away from the goalkeeper, far post, and McKenna Gahagan her second in the game's 10th minute. And United lead it 2-1. 2 shots, 2 goals. As George Takei might say, oh my. I've said this before, and Nick Miles, the public address announcer, who sits next to me,
had goal for DKCU. That's second of the evening already.
has
Hagen, give it up, folks.
Has heard me say this many times when the game starts like this. It's either going to be 2-1 is the final, or it's going to be 5-4. And I have been wrong, I think, every single time I've said that. And now Rockford trying to get through that. It's number 23, Kira Bogut. And United take over. here on the near side. This is Megan Carl. Megan is a tough customer in the midfield. It's hard to take her off the ball. It's hard to take her off the ball, especially shoulder to shoulder. She's pretty strong upper body. She's not going to get muscled off the ball that way. You're going to have to take it off her foot. Rockford coming back the other way. Ball through. Steinman comes off her line to grab that. Looks like that Sierra Ryu might be number 7. Thank you very much. See, the volunteers here are wonderful. They'll get me numbers. They'll get me uniform stuff. Whenever I need it, it's great. I never have to leave the press box. And out of play off of number 7, Mackenzie Alvarez. The only thing that I think they could do a little better on is making sure I get my fish and chips with malt vinegar a little sooner before each match. Long chip shot, that is a shot on goal. Third one of the game, but easily handled by Mia Olenek, the goalkeeper. First ever broadcast doubleheader here on YouTube. Just earlier this evening, the United men lost a heartbreaker 3-2 to Green Bay Glory, almost pulling off a miracle comeback in the second half, but fell short. And in a game in which I'm sure P.J. Hamilton, the DeKalb County head coach, feels very aggrieved by some calls in that match. And Christian Nijelek, the wonder striker, was so incensed at 2 different calls that he received yellow cards for both calls in dissent, and has received a red card and will miss the team's next game, which we believe will be Tuesday night at RWB Adria, but we have no confirmation of that. Hopefully he will be back in uniform for the season finale against Bavarians, but we will see. Throw in for Mackenzie Perch. Natalie Von Lowe, number 8. Who's the coach of the academy teams, academy ladies teams. Out of play off of a United player on the far side, and it'll be a Rockford throw-in. And it looks like the first substitution of the match for Rockford, number 2, Isabella Avila, coming on. And Rockford's got all their players sitting on the touchline, so maybe we'll see who it is coming out. It's number either 13 or 19. It's number 19. That is Lucille Nueces. Hopefully I'm saying that right, Lucille. Please, no cards, no letters. Steinman gets here on the near side. Looking for number 13, that's Darian Lucas, the left back. Raptors have it again, rolling down the far touchline, looking for someone, but no one home. And United will have a throw-in the game's 14th minute. Glad to have you with us. Brian Martin with you on a nice Saturday evening for soccer. I normally never sit during a broadcast, but I think having stood for the first one, I'm going to give myself a treat. I have to see through screens now. That'll be interesting and fun. The press box here at the NIU Soccer Complex, the bottom halves of the windows open, so they're screened. And usually to get a clear view of the field, you have to stand to be able to get past the screen, but we'll take our chances. It's going to be tough telling United players scoring because the mint green jerseys with the white numerals, very difficult to read under the best of circumstances. So we'll do our best, and we'll get someone on the sideline to tell us who the goal scorers are, if it's not too obvious. Raptors will throw it in on the far side, or kick it in, so it's on an offside call. And United cycle it all the way back. Steinman gets it out into the toward the midfield, but intercepted and cut out by Rockford. and now taken by United. All right. Yeah, this is not going to work. Can't see through the screen.
Yeah.
Gehenna. There we go. Now I can see the numbers. I suppose I could take the screens out. My luck, I drop them. Looking for Galuzzo along the near side, or Galuzzo. Kicked out, and it'll be another Rockford throw-in. This time going to number 2. They substituted a bunch of people. This is Avila. Megan Carl, number 19. Normally wears number 12. Abby Zipsy normally wears number 15. She's wearing number 16 tonight. Long ball ahead, and it's a little angled too far to the outside and goes over the byline or the touch line for a throw-in. Looking for Courtney Krasenga up the near side here on the left of the United attack. Ball kicks straight up in the air. Headed around, and foul against Rockford Raptors. So United will have a free kick just inside their own half of the field by the center circle. And a quick free kick taken by Abby Zipsy, number 16. Pass ahead a little too far and out of play. It goes to Rockford. In the game's 17th minute. This is Darian Lucas. Natalie Vaughn Lowe, circling, looking for a teammate on the outside. Looking back to the center, it's intercepted by Rockford, and they come back the other way. Slide tackle attempt by United fails. Now it's on the near side. That is number 5. It is Ala Galuzzo. And it goes out off of Rockford, and it will be a United throw-in here on the near side, almost in front of the United bench. Number 13 will be Darian Lucas on that play. A long ball, looking for Courtney Krasenga, and again a little too far. Ryan Rowan Severson looking to get it to number 23, Kira Bogut. United have it, and they come all the way back here to Amy Steinman, the goalkeeper, who has it and now plays it all the way out the long boot up toward the center line. And it's 1-on-3 for United, trying to play it forward to no one in particular, and Rockford take over. Near side. Now to play off of United, and the throw-in will come from Isabella Avila. And back to Avila. And back to Rowan Severson. Now Avila. Hawked by Carl. And Darian Lucas. To Zipsy. Give and go back into their own territory. This is the woman on a hat trick. That's McKenna Gahagan. given away after a brief spell of possession by United. And Rockford looked to break out, but United defense right there. Long ball ahead for Kira Bogut. Can't get around the last defender, and United will have it. Comes to Steinemann. Steinemann plays it away from one player, now across the penalty area to a teammate, and it's played out by Sierra. Out again. Oh, that was out off of MT Harrison, and offer again for another throw-in for Rockford. This will be number 2. That is Isabella Avila throwing it in. 2 substitutions, number 13, Graciano Witham, and number 12, Helena Bagianis in the game. Again, apologies, ladies. We don't have a pronunciation guide. No one's fault. That's not usually provided to anyone at this level of soccer. Doing our best to get your names right, and hopefully we got them close. No disrespect meant if we mess it up. Right side. 2 on. Now to Vaughn Lowe. She turns. Plays it back to Gahagan.
Hello.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
This is number 4. That's MT Harrison. This is 19. This is Megan Carl. Gets between 1. Goes around 2. Tries to get between 2 more. Gets a foot in. Keeps it. And Rockford kicks it out of play. And the ball goes out over the touchline for a throw-in.
Brian, go on mute. Okay.
So, thank you, Card Buffet.
Okay.
I left my station.
Here you go. Good luck navigating. And poked away. I don't know that she needed to do. Don't know that the goalkeeper needed to do that, but the shot coming in from Darian Lucas parried away for a corner kick. United's first corner kick of the game. It'll come on the far side of the field, furthest to my left, to the left of goalkeeper Mio Olenek. Can't see who's going to take the kick at this point. Shadows have all but disappeared now. Or sunshine has all but disappeared. Shadows covering 90% of the field. The lights are on. Low liner coming in. Cut out by Genevieve Wilson. United still can't get it out of the end, and it's a corner kick as Rockford have trouble getting it out of the back. And it'll be another corner for United from the far corner. In the game's 24th minute of play. Ball comes back out toward the penalty spot. It's headed away by Wilson again. Headed forward by number 12. That's Bagianis. And out of play for a throw-in for United. Corner kicks are 2-0 in favor of United. Shots on goal 3-1 in favor of United. And on the scoreboard, 2-1 in favor of United. In this inaugural edition of the Women's 815 Cup. In the event that the game should end in a tie, the game will go immediately to penalty kicks to decide and determine the winner.
Thank you, Dad.
Bouncing around, Addison Schaefer. Motoring through this midfield, just keeps going. Still got the ball. She goes around another, then gets it on the wing here on the near side to number 5. That's Eva Galuzzo. And that ball is going out of play. And it's off of United for a corner kick for Rockford, first of the game. Here on the near side to my right, to the left of goalkeeper Amy Steinman. A brace of goals by McKenna Gahagan on 3 and 10 minutes, sandwiched around an Araceli Romero Molina goal on 5 minutes. That's where we're at, 2-1. Far post goes well over everybody. United try to clear it out there, but they hit number 2. That's Avila with a pass, and Avila shoots straight on to the goal, and that's a shot on goal and a save by Steinman.
Hello, beautiful. Hello.
2-1 your score. Game's 26th minute of play. The lights are fully on, but it's going to take a while before they become the primary light source here at the stadium. Ball bouncing around.
3-2. You missed both of those already? One goal or not? Oh, there you go. Yeah, 3-2. 83-84. We had a very clear onside chance.
Long shot blocked away, and Steinman didn't need to save it, but she wanted to keep it from going out, and so she dives and covers up.
Maybe.
And Steinman, long ball over the top. Does she have a teammate running forward for it and kicked out, knocked away by a Rockford player? And that Rockford player is number 28, Susie Kirsch. Grab a libation here. Some fresh water. Long looping shot from 25 yards out by Darian Lucas, and it was high, and it was wide, and it was deep. And it was out of play. So a goal kick for Rockford Raptors. They're ready to bring on a player here. Looks like it's number 13. That will be Graciano with him. Oh, it is actually a hydration break. So I took my hydration break about a moment or two early. 28th minute of play. Hydration break here in DeKalb. It is 2-1 in favor of United in the inaugural 815 Women's Cup. You're watching DeKalb County United Women's Soccer on DeKalb County United's YouTube channel.
You mean to mute, Ryan?
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
All right, welcome back to Live Action 20. Well, we've had a couple minute break here. We're in the 31st minute. Had a little hydration break of about 3 minutes. So we'll at least have 3 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this half. 2-1 in favor of United. Goals by McKenna Gahagan at 3 minutes and 10 minutes. And a goal on 5 minutes by Araceli Romero Molina. The lone Rockford goal, and after we thought this might turn into a scoring contest, it has devolved into a rather pedestrian game of soccer at this point. Finding through, got a player alone. She's going to try and get it before it goes over the line, and she can't do it. And it goes out of play. It's a goal kick in favor of Rockford Raptors. Shots on goal in the first half, United have 3. Rockford have 2. Corner kicks are even at 1. And it's Mia Olenek getting ready to put it back in play. And she does. Ball here on the near side. MT Harrison, number 4. Tipped away. Kind of been the tale of this second half for both teams. Any attempts at sustained possession have not really gone anywhere. Harrison intercepted. Knocked away. Here comes Rockford. To the middle of the park. Now here on the near side, that's Galuzzo firing, and Amy Steinman followed it and then pulled her hands back as she realized it was going into the side of the net. And it'll be a goal kick in favor of United. Third minute of play here in DeKalb. 2-1 in favor of United. Rockford have it coming across the face of goal, and it goes wide and out of play. It's a goal kicking for United. And another substitution for Rockford. This will be number 11, Araceli Romero Molina, coming back into the game. She's the goal scorer. United on their roster tonight are carrying just 3 substitutes. So on a very warm night, it's going to be a long night for 8 of these players. Hopefully their conditioning will keep them up to it. This Izzy Segretti. All the way down and out of play. Another goal kick. In the game's third, as we get close to the 35th minute of play. Glad to have you joining us. We don't broadcast women's games all that often, but when they do, they tend to be important games. This one's important. There's a cup on the line. And United want to be able to lift it. The men have lifted the 815 Cup on the men's side 3 consecutive years now after losing the first 2 seasons to Rockford. So 3-time defending champions. Women trying to win the 4th consecutive 815 Cup regardless of which team. Ball comes back, splitting the defense, moving into the penalty area. Long shot is over the top of the goal and lands on the roof. And another chance goes begging for United as Rockford Raptors will put it back in play with a goal kick. There's Segretti going after the ball down in the corner. It's out of play off United. And it will be a goal kick. And I can tell you from experience, this being my only one, 2 in one day is probably pushing it.
Yeah. And,
Especially after the first one. Having the game was a little bit more frenetic. Certainly the ending was fun. 11 minutes of added time, so you thought, boy, they could really do this. And they could have, but, it's hard when you have to beat 2 teams in on the same day. And long off the crossbar. Off the looping shot that didn't dip soon enough and right off the crossbar back into play. And United will just kick it all the way down into the corner and out of play. That was Izzy Segretti with that shot. Looping shot and just didn't have enough dip on it. And when it finally did dip, it dipped late right into the crossbar. Sadly, she doesn't even get credit for a shot on goal there. Tipped away. Now back into the back line, and United come up again. Number 13. That is Darian Lucas. Out of play on the near side. The throw in coming from Avila. Knocked down. This is Addison Schaefer. Schaefer gets it to the goal scorer. Back through the middle. One header missed. Dives right into the hip of the Rockford player in behind the United player. And it comes back out. Now it's all the way down the field. And here come United trying to race after it. Back to the keeper. She's got to play with her feet. And United just didn't have the numbers. And now chipped ahead. It looks like she's onside. This is Romero Molina diving into the penalty area, going around to the left of one defender, feeding across the center. Shot from distance and into the back of the net. Into the back of the net.
Oh, no, they scored.
yeah.
That's number 5. That is Ava Galuzzo.
In the 38th minute, equaliser for Rockford, number 5, Ava Galuzzo.
Another long distance shot that we've seen here at the corn crib. This one going in from the top of the penalty area to the right of goalkeeper Amy Steinman. It went high and away from Steinman and in the back of the net. And this match is tied at 2. Can United come back? They're racing upfield trying to do so. This will be Darian Lucas with it. Now back to Lucas. Chipping it ahead, but knocked down. Natalie Von Lowe has it, dancing around with the ball. Toe drag. Keeps coming, goes around one. Feeds it off to her left. It's Segretti. Von Lowe. Right at the keeper, goes through the keeper and then off the post. It went through Mia Olenek under her arm, but bounced off the post and came harmlessly back to her. So Natalie Von Lowe tried something and almost pulled it off. Got through the keeper. 2. The last 2 United attempts have gone off the woodwork. Molina trying to feed. Here comes Rockford again. That's number 12. That's Helena Bagianis committing the foul. And now number 23, that's Kira Bogut coming back into the game for Rockford in the game's 40th minute of a 2-2 game here in DeKalb, Illinois at the NIU Soccer Complex. Glad you could join us. Brian Martin with you on a really nice Saturday night. A little humid, a little warm, but otherwise a really good night to be out enjoying the beautiful game. Give and go. Comes through the midfield. There's Natalie Von Lowe, number 8. She chips and crosses fields looking for Izzy Segretti, but nobody home. Ball to Mackenzie Pirch. Settled in the midfield by CRU. MT Harrison. Now back to Harrison. And back to Darian Lucas. And back to Harrison. And all the way back to Amy Steinman. Ball off a United player on the far side. Out of play. It will be a throw-in. United have a substitution. Number 3 coming into the game is Courtney Kruzenga. Returning to the game, I should say. Near side. This is Romero Molina. Rockford has it down by the byline. Nice slide tackle by United. And that takes it away and breaks up the play. And here they come back the other way. Chipped ahead. Ooh, looking for the through ball. Natalie Von Lowe is starting to make the run, but it's headed out by Rockford. And they intercept yet again. And a long rocket shot from Genevieve Wilson is way up over the bar. She had space and she decided to pull the trigger and got behind it and underneath it. And again, we can't stress this enough. If you have played soccer, watched soccer a long time, if you've coached it or been around coaches, you will hear color commentators and experts in the game say, when you are behind the ball and you make a shot, it will be just like a football field goal kicker. It's going to go up because your body angle has no way other than to shoot the ball up in the air. It's kind of like the golf club. The golf club, to get a low line drive shot, has to be held basically where you're shooting from over the ball, not behind it. And it's no different golf. It's no different soccer. And she wound up for that. And she was leaning back, and that meant that her angle for her foot was all going to be all wrong, and the ball was going to go straight in the air. So any of you parents out there that have kids, teach them to shoot over the ball and keep their foot down and stay behind the ball. Stay over it. Stay over it and get your foot through it, and you should be fine. But the minute you get in behind the ball, you're in trouble. United on the far side. Cuts across. Pass errantly goes off of the shin. Women and men on DeKalb County United have the same problem, which is passing where they try to stop it with their shins instead of trapping with their feet. The shins have plastic guards on them. They're solid. They're already made of solid bone with reinforced plastic. It's going to bounce, and it's not going to bounce and drop at your feet. It's going to bounce away from you at a speed relatively equal to how the pass was received. So in order to trap it, you got to trap it with something soft. Your thighs, the bottom of the sole of your foot, but off the shin pads isn't going to work most of the time. Again, another hint for those of you watching who want to know more. Here's the Natalie Von Lowe, and that's a goal, a peach of a goal, an individual effort. And United with their third on the evening. Natalie Von Lowe in the game's 44th minute of play makes it 3-2. Von Lowe took the pass on the left-hand side. She went right, then went her left around the defender, and that's all she needed. And she had 24 by 8 to shoot at and made no mistake. It's 3-2 United as we are getting close to halftime here in DeKalb as number 17. That is Kira Lilly comes into the game, returning. But Natalie Von Lowe with a goal. I think she scored in every game I've been here for this year. It's the only one we've broadcast, but I've been here to be public address for 3 or 4. I think she scored every time. I believe the phrase you would use for her and the official soccer term is, she's good.
She is good. She made,
And yes, I saw it. You go ahead. No, tell me what it was because I want to repeat it to the audience. Natalie was named, was it second team All NSA? Something like that?
UWS is the league.
UWS, United Women's Soccer League. Natalie Von Lowe was named to the second team in that league. And that's, I think that's the first individual honor that a United player has received.
Well, we didn't do it during the gentleman's game, well, not all of it, but half-time kickback is still a thing. So if you're a little person or a younger,
And it's stolen.
you just want to stand very close to John.
Rockford trying to come back here. Long shot blocked and knocked away. It'll be a corner kick for Rockford, far side, right of goalkeeper Amy Steinman. So to repeat, Natalie Von Lowe named the second team All UWS team. Now, the Midwest Premier League, I don't believe, has ever announced an All Midwest Premier League conference team. This league does. So it is literally, I believe, the very first individual honor for a United player. And given the way things have gone with the women's team, it's not surprising that the first person to do it is one of the ladies. As the halftime whistle blows here in DeKalb, your score at halftime: DeKalb County United 3, Rockford Raptors 2. 45 more minutes to go in this 8-1 Cup final. We'll be gone for about 15 minutes on the audio, so go grab yourself a beverage, some food, whatever, and we'll be back in 15 minutes. The score once again from DeKalb County United 3 and Rockford Raptors 2. Mute it! Oh, my hips are killing me.
We're not designed for this, Brian.
Well, you know what I should have done, and I thought about it for a brief moment.
Mm-hmm.
We have those rubberized, they're like jiu-jitsu mats.
Yeah.
And I should have brought that because and taken my sneakers off.
Yeah.
So I would have been soft feet on soft.
Mute, Ryan?
Yeah. Back to live action here in DeKalb. 3-2 in favor of United. Inaugural edition of the 815 Women's Cup. United in the mint green. They call them their Egyptian shirts. Mint green with white numerals and trim. Two-tone gray and black shorts and socks. They're going from left to right on your screen. Rockford Raptors are in pink shorts and shirts with white socks and trim, and they're going from right to left.
Go on the ball. On the ball. Yes. Yeah.
Corner. Okay, corner kick for Rockford Raptors. All right. Full concentration back on the game here. 47th minute of play. Long ball coming back to the penalty area. Headed down by Rockford. Cleared away. All the way back here to number 28. That is Susie Kirsch. Rockford played in again off of United. It'll be a throw-in. Throw-in on the far side, about 2/3 of the way down the sideline towards the United goal. Scoring recap here in the first half. It was McKenna Gahagan on 3 minutes. Make it 1-0. Araceli Romero Molina scored a goal on 5 minutes to tie the score at 1 before Gahagan got her brace on 10 minutes. It was 2-1. Looked like we were off to the races, but the game then settled in and settled down and became a little bit of a sloppy affair on the passing side and the possession side before Natalie Von Lowe took a pass on the left-hand side, rounded one defender, and beat the goalkeeper to the far side at 44 minutes to make it 3-2. And United trying to come back here. That was Von Lowe again trying to go up the middle of the park. Cut out by Rockford. Earlier tonight, the men's team took a massive gut punch. A 3-2 loss to Green Bay Glory. Green Bay now sit a full 5 points ahead of United on 17 points. United have 12. Green Bay has but one game left. United have 2 games left. So United can still get to 18, but as we mentioned in the broadcast this afternoon, there's a long shot out of play, and it'll be a goal kick for United. As we mentioned during the broadcast, United, to get past Green Bay, need 2 wins at this point. A win and a draw doesn't do it. They need 2 wins, and they need 2 wins against 2 teams, Bavarians and RWB Adria, against whom United has a combined 1 win, 3 draw, and 14 loss record all time. So a very huge mountain to climb. I won't say it's a foregone conclusion, I won't even say it's an impossibility. It's an improbability that they can pull this off. But we're going to play the games. We're going to see it out and see what happens. And we're back to live action here. Just wanted to update folks in case you had missed the game earlier. Bavarians are playing tonight at home, I believe, against RWB Adria. Maybe they're playing at Adria. And we don't have any scoreline from there at all that we can tell. And their game started at 7 o'clock local time. So they're getting close to the end of that game up out in Milwaukee or over in Chicago. And it's out of play on the near side. I believe the women have one more game. United looking for some movement. Rockford have kind of compacted the middle of the park to try and prevent a lot of the runs that United had in the first half. They've done a pretty good job. And when United did go wide on the second goal to Gehagen and the third goal to Von Lowe, that's when they've had their success. United trying to move the ball upfield again. Blocked away and out of play. And United will have it again for another throw-in on that side. United coming straight out across the way, looking for a pass across, and that is on the outside of the goal. Just missed. And United will have a walk away, still leading 3-2. 52nd minute of play. They've had a good chunk of the possession here in the second half. United have been able to get possession. That ball is tipped away, and a foul against Rockford committed by United. Over the top, right to Amy Steinman with number 23, Kira Bogut, careening down on goal. Long ball out, right to Rockford, headed straight up, scramble forward in the midfield, still heading it around, finally, not quite corralled down, finally United come away with it. Natalie Von Lowe. Going through the middle of the park. That was a pass by Megan Carl. Looking for the cross coming in. Tipped away. Lining up and firing high and wide. Coming off the back side of that play. And again, behind the ball. And that was number 7, Sierra Ryu. Was behind the ball and just tried to launch it on goal. And it went where we predicted shots like that would, way above the goal, as a piece of paper has floated down from the roof above us. Our camera location here, and Rockford has it coming through the middle. And United get it out of there. They're still not out of danger. Finally getting it back. This is number 4. This is Genevieve Wilson. Wilson stops, turns again, looking for room to shoot. Gives it up. Long-range shot and over the top of the bar by number 9. That would be Rowan Severson. So Rockford Raptors putting on a mini fight here. And the ball rolls all the way down for a throw-in for Rockford. All right. Knocked away. Raptors have it out, and it's last touch by Raptors, number 20. That is Mackenzie. It's Pearpearch. I'm thinking it's Parch, not Perch. So Mackenzie, whichever way it is, I probably messed it up one way or the other. Long ball looking for someone. Gets it out. Long shot off the bottom of the bar and all the way in and tied up and taken away by Amy Steinman. The ball ricketed off the bottom of the crossbar and they're saying the ball went in the net. They're saying it's a goal. They're saying it's a goal. I don't know who got the goal. It might have been Natalie Von Lowe with her second, but I can't be certain. But they're saying it's a goal here in the 56th minute of play. We'll try and get that for you. I have no idea who scored that.
Let's find out.
It was a rocket shot, and since it went off the underside of the bar, I just completely lost track of who the shooter was in the mad scramble.
In the 55th minute, 34th goal of the evening score for DeKalb County United, but unfortunately we haven't got a clue who it was. So if someone could tell us in the PA box, we will happily say their name.
So United, with only 3 substitutes tonight, have now got themselves a 4-2 lead over Rockford Raptors in the final. Well, it's not really a final, it's just a single game for the 815 Cup, and it's off the defender and out of play for a corner kick. United will have their third corner. It went off an elbow, but it was deemed that the arm was in a natural playing position. She had turned her back. Trying to figure out who the goal scorer is. Ball comes back out to number 3. That's Courtney Krasinga. Now weaving through the midfield is Izzy Segretti. Ball is ahead. This is Megan Carl. And off of Rockford's number 28, Susie Kirsch. United trying to have it back. This is holding them off. Everybody's kind of scrambling around there. I was trying to figure out who that was. It's CRU that took the first shot, and then Rockford puts it out of play after a little bit of scramble there off the rebound. This will be Callie Carl, Megan's sister. I believe younger sister. Across the face, a goal, and nobody home. United have the ball, but nobody was there at the back post to put that one away. And they certainly would have been able to. Now the trailing player here on the near side. This is Ryu. Stutter step. Shovels across, and a high ball way over the top of the net. And over the top of the bar by Segretti. And that will be a chance gone begging. In the game's 59th minute of play. Still waiting for word on the goal. We always want to give credit, but Rockford chasing Steinman, trying to win the race, wins the race, as number 23, Kira Bogut, has to go over top of her after she scoots down.
Coach of the men's team, Mike Nissan, his family. Glad to have you with us, Mike. Always good to see your happy, smiley face.
Excuse me. We have been notified by Nick Miles, our public address announcer, also pulling double duty today. The first ever head coach of the men's team, Mike Gasson, is in the house tonight with his family. Mike coaches the first 4 years of the program. And we have a timeout for an injury here behind the play. 2 substitutions coming on for Rockford, number 13 and number 11. Number 13 is Graciano Witham. Number 11 is Araceli Romero Molina, re-entering the game. And for United, it's going to be Izzy Segretti coming on, I believe for CRU. I believe. Oh, it's a little water there. Sierra's coming over for a little aqua pura. It may be that Abby Zipsy is coming off the field. Or some reasonable facsimile. Hard to tell. Nope, she's coming for water, so she's not coming out of the game either. And that is number 2. That's Callie Carl, another of the Carl family. It wouldn't be surprising, and I'm speaking to the audience, but really talking to my friend Nick here. It wouldn't be surprising if, after her playing career is over, that Megan doesn't become the head coach for the women's team. Wouldn't surprise me at all.
And what life takes on it.
Yeah, I think she's still in college, maybe. And, you know,
Why do you think maybe not Callie or Natalie or what's your hunch, Brian?
I just think it's having a dad who's a coach, and you've seen how it's done, and you've seen the success that style and that attitude and the practice routines and the belief system that you instill in your players. You've seen that it works, and you know it's no different. It's no different than, say, I'm trying to think of Yogi Low, who was the assistant for Germany, and was in that system for a long time and learned it and found the success, and then became the head coach for the German national team because he knew it so well and could carry it on. I think that's the consistency is what you look for in a club like this. There's like it's almost like you have to develop a DeKalb County United way of playing the game, and that has to be taught at every level, all across the thing. And I think
Okay, thank you.
I just think that Megan would do that. Could Natalie Von Lowe? She's a coach. Could she do it? Well, if she's following and learns, if she's got her own style, that's possibly good. You know, it's hard to say. Yeah. Callie could, but Callie's younger, and so she'd have to wait a while. Yeah. And so that's just my thought on it. And hopefully, Megan's probably sitting there, if she listens to this at all, going, no. I'm gonna be an electrical engineer, and I'm gonna work for Boeing, and I'm gonna make $1 million a year. I'm not gonna set another foot on a soccer pitch if I don't have to. So. And Natalie just racing, just cutting through the defense like a knife through butter, like melted butter. Yeah, that's a real good analogy, Brian. It's late, and it went past the goalkeeper and off to the right of goal.
I'm delighted to announce that the scorer of the 4th goal, and I even waited for this, it was the hat-trick goal for Megan McKenna.
Megan McKenna, oh my, that's McKenna Gahagan with the goal at the 3rd goal. We're getting a little punch drunk here in the booth tonight. McKenna Gahagan got that 3rd goal, the 4th goal for United, and her 3rd of the evening for the hat trick. And wonderful for her. That ball glances off. It was going out, but glanced off the corner flag for a corner for Rockford Raptors. In the 65th minute, they have a 4-3 advantage in corner kicks. United have a 5-3 advantage on the scoreboard. But ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you this: there have been 8 shots on goal. 6 of them have found the back of the net. So someone's save percentage tonight just took a massive nosedive. Ball coming in. And Steinman at the top of a reach grabs that out of the air with a Rockford player closing down, looking to get the header off the loose ball, but she was not having any of that. As United prepare a substitution in Jasmine Capilla here on the near side. I think Jasmine's hasn't been in the game yet, but with a 2-goal lead and about 25 minutes left to go in this contest, plus any potential stoppage time. See what happens. Don't know if there'll be a second half hydration break as the sun has gone down and the temperature certainly has gone down. We'll find out. It should be happening soon. Ball across the middle of the penalty area, but it gets cut out by United. But Rockford keep it in. And it's taken down. Cynical challenge there, and almost spot on facing goal from. Let's see where he paces it off to. He's 2 yards inside the penalty area and 10 yards away, so we're about 26 yards from goal. Almost dead on center, just to the right as we look at it of the penalty arc, the D. And Rockford will have a chance to try to draw back within a goal here. And that is off the top corner of the crossbar and almost put in. It was a wonderful strike. Absolutely wonderful, but just a skosh high and off the woodwork. We've seen 3 tonight off the woodwork between both teams. Wow. My 5-4 score actually could have been, had those shots been another inch or two in either direction, we could be at 5-4. 2 more players in for Rockford, number 12 and number 19. Number 12 will be Helena Bagianis, and number 19 is Lucille Nueces, who was the, or Neuses, N-E-U-S-E-S, Neuses, possibly. And again, we'll apologize to Lucille. We're not trying to butcher your names, we just don't know how to say them. Raptors have it again. Here on the near side. A little give and go coming back across the middle. Nice toe tap to herself. Now angles around. Goes for the pass across the middle, but a United player was cutting across and took him one in the stomach, blocking it down and then getting it out, but it's going to be number 20, Mackenzie Parch. Taken away this time by number 15, Addison Schaefer. And taken back by United again. Rockford trying to get it back. They'll get it here again. This will be Parch.
Good, Sam.
Parch. A little give and go. And right into the waiting arms of Amy Steinman. In the game, 69th minute, so we're 21 minutes from time. Player down here for United getting some physio assistance on the trainer's bench. The joys of lower level soccer, there is no tent, no blue tent to go into, no sending the player back to the dressing room for treatment like you'd see in major soccer arenas around the country. There's literally a training table about 50 feet in front of me. And the players are treated in the open in front of everybody. I believe if they needed to have a player remove any part of their clothing, there is a tent here. It's located off to the left of the press box. We can't see it. But for most things like injuries and ankle tapings and that sort of stuff, it's done right out in the open. So you can see how the sausage is made, if you will. And now that we're in the 70th minute, I think Nick is right. It's probably not hot enough. I believe there's some sort of, it's in the league manual, I believe, that there's a certain temperature that once you're at that, you must have a hydration break.
Did you not read it cover to cover?
I was sent it, and I read to see if they mentioned anything about broadcasters, and there was nothing there, and there was nothing to say. Natalie just a little stutter step and a little jiggle the hips move there. Keeps possession. Now it's a give and go. Back to Natalie Von Lowe on the near side. This will go to Carrie Carl, who could also be the coach of the DeKalb County United women's team. And make sure we don't offend anybody. They're cycling it around well, but now they've given it up, and Rockford will have the ball, trying to get back in this game down by a pair. This is the first goal scorer. Actually, they're down by 2. That's right. 4-2. Galuzzo. I have the name written someplace differently than my usual goal thing. So I didn't see her. 4-2.
Folks, at the end of the game, we will be honouring our players with a traditional photo down by that goal. But before that, obviously, you may not know. Before that, with about 5-10 minutes to go, we will open the gate down by the concessions hut in front of the north flag. So we can get little people out on the stadium floor and just making some noise in the last 5-10 minutes.
Rockford with some sustained possession here.
Me and Brian up here, we're exhausted, but I'm sure you can testify that your kids are not. So every little we can do.
Cross the face of goal. Turns and fires, but blocked away. And that shot is in the back of the net. That is number 15, Addison Schaefer, in the game's 71st minute, and it's 4-3.
In the 71st minute, third of the night for Rockford, Addison Schaefer.
Another goal that just right beyond the reach of Amy Steinman. And it's 4-3. And we go back to the shots on goal. 9 shots on goal, 7 times have we seen the back of the net. I believe if we played without the goalkeepers, considering the woodwork has been there whenever the goalkeepers haven't been, we'd probably have the same score. Rockford coming again. Here's Schaefer, straight up the middle of the park. She stops, looks to fire, holds up, passes off. Now back again. A giveaway. And United are going to come away with it. The old soccer adage that a 2-goal lead is the toughest lead to hold, because when you give up that goal to make it 1 goal, everybody gets their nerves on edge. Okay, I'll buy that. But there's plenty of time now. Natalie Von Lowe taken down just outside the penalty area by number 15. That's going to be Addison Schaefer, and Schaefer is not getting a yellow card. Is not getting admonished, talked to, scolded, berated, nothing. Okay. So Natalie Von Lowe made a move, got around her defender, and got taken down just outside the penalty area. About a 45, maybe a 50-degree angle left of goalkeeper Mia Olenek. To our right.
Left corner.
And Natalie and there's a 4-person wall. So it's about 19 yards away. It's about 19 yards away. Von Lowe is the goalkeeper shading to the far post. Von Lowe chipped it, looking to score, but again got her foot behind it. And again, the chip shot goal. And now I believe it's a hydration break here in the 73rd minute. So we're going to take a moment here and join the players in the hydration break, because talking makes my throat dry. We'll be back in just a few moments with the score. DeKalb County United 4, Rockford Raptors 3. Don't go away. Got an exciting end to this match coming up.
The All-Star team. And we are very honoured to say that their All-League second team included our very own Natalie Vaughan Lowe, no less. Who knew that? So give her a round of applause, folks. The girl never stops doing everything. Apart from scoring hat-tricks, which is other people's jobs, apparently. And an emergency message that concessions are closing in 5 minutes. Concessions are closing in 5 minutes. If you haven't had enough pretzels, or salty treats, or beer, or just sights of Cindy, now is your last chance. Run down there and get involved.
trying to draw a level. If it ends in a tie, it's penalty kick. Steinman comes out, punches away, and then flattens her own teammate in so doing. Teammates slow to get up, but United have numbers coming back the other way. Got 2-on-4 as Rockford starts to race back and just racing back, but the ball stays in play, and it goes out over the end line, the byline, and it is a goal kick.
Ladies and gentlemen, if the worst comes to the worst, and it does end all square after 90 minutes, there is no added time. We all got homes to go to, so they will go straight to penalty kicks.
And we have
Cross doesn't come to that, because who enjoys a penalty kick contest other than the winners, really?
we have an injury down there, and number 28 on the bench, Mr. Miles, for Rockford, raised her hand when you asked who enjoys a good penalty kick contest.
I will put an amendment to that penalty kick thing. Is like England ladies definitely enjoy a penalty kick contest, as you know, because they're English and we're superior. But the rest of you, I see struggle. Even number 28.
Always.
I'm going to eat all the picture if you don't.
No, I already had a slice earlier. It's getting late for me to have pizza. And the ball will come back now for a, I believe it was a corner. We thought it was a goal. I thought it was a goal kick, but that was the signal for the hydration break or the injury.
This is your moment to make some noise. I can see the noise makers from here. Don't be phoning it in.
85th minute. We had a couple minutes for the injury. We had 3 minutes or so. Oh, it's actually a free kick awarded right down on the goal line, just off the goal line. So this is actually much different than a corner kick. There's virtually no angle. She's going to play it like a corner kick as opposed to playing it straight on. She could do either, but she's choosing to play it as though it were a very shortened version of a corner kick, which is not too bad. United have 2 outside the penalty area here at the top by the D. They have 2 on the far side, on the near side here, but far away from the kicker, and 1 at the back post. So the 3 are on the back post side, and no United player is at the front post or the center of the penalty area at the moment. Now there's Von Lowe goes into the center of the area, and getting there ahead of her is number 4, Genevieve Wilson, to head it away. They knew they had an idea where that was going, and Wilson beat Von Lowe to the spot and headed it away. And so it will be another United throw-in on the far side. And the goalkeeper comes out. That's Mia Olenek. Sorry. Can't even read my own handwriting. Rockford Raptors trailing by a goal. 87th minute of play. Kick goes straight up in the air from the goalkeeper. That's Olenek. And now knocked away by the Raptors. United will try to keep possession. They come here on the near side, and it's over the head of Sierra Ryu. And so it'll go out of play for
boys and girls, it gives me great pleasure
Raptors.
The player of the game is none other than McKenna Gagan. Of course it is. Hat-trick hero herself. McKenna, congratulations. Someone will take your photo and plaster it all over social media very soon. But give it up for McKenna, folks.
And in what is a stunning upset, The young woman with a hat trick tonight is our player of the game, McKenna Gahagan. And she is the Coldplay astronomer, player of the game. Wouldn't it be a terrible way for your husband to find out you're a Coldplay fan?
Exactly.
I think so.
It's the worst.
Or your wife.
Or your friends, really.
It's funny because in this digital age, your stupidity is forever when it's caught on film. I belong to a broadcasters group on Facebook, and the question the other day is, have you ever made a wrong call or missed a call in a game in terms of like a goal or an important hit? And some of these guys are professional broadcasters for like minor league teams and stuff, and they've actually posted their clips that now live on the internet forever of their mistakes. And here it comes down. Rockford, one-on-one, but Steineman comes out before Addison Schaefer can get a hold of it and try to go for that second goal. She's on a single goal.
Has there ever been a goal, a game that you haven't missed a call, right?
There was one, remember? Yes, I knew that's why he's asking. And so I told that story about thinking the ball went outside the post, which brought a few hockey guys out of the woodwork going, oh, yeah, happens all the time in hockey.
Yeah, sure.
They
have a light, though. They have a man behind the goal.
They do, but apparently some of the angles that they sit in the press boxes just are terrible for them being able to tell. It was a very fun thing because it's nice to know that everybody does it.
Yeah.
We get so used to watching very polished guys like Arlo White and stuff. They never miss calls, but they also know through their experience how to really, really stay in a game, so they don't do that. At this level, you're doing one game a week, and you do it for 10 weeks, and then you don't do it for a whole year, and you don't develop those habits of how to do that. Your first two broadcasts every year, I find, I'm just trying to find my footing from the year before. Then I get in a rhythm. We get to the end of the year, and it's like, oh, yeah, we don't have any more games for you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Just when we get vaguely competent.
I feel much like the players. At the very beginning, they're all out of whack and out of sorts, and then they get in a rhythm, the season's over. The ladies had a tough season this year. They had an inconsistent season. Some of the people that they've lost now that have gone on to other things that can finish their careers. Their replacements haven't found their feet yet. They will, but they just haven't yet. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the ladies are playing for a state cup.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Might be technical. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the referee's glamorous assistant and numerous volunteers have indicated there is a minimum of 2 minutes of added time, 2 minutes of free soccer. You haven't paid for the soccer. You've got a good bargain already today.
2 minutes minimum of stoppage time for Rockford to get back in this one.
I don't know, just
corner kicks are even at 4.
Presentation will be on the field.
United are ahead in shots 5-4 and ahead on the scoreboard 4-3.
For the celebratory photos, as ever.
Rockford have 2 minutes.
And then if you want to kick the ball about, you can, but most of us are going to go home.
And I honestly thought the hydration break was at least 3, but apparently someone was keeping better track than I. But 2 minutes, the ball is now out of play. Rockford need possession. United, of course, just as Green Bay Glory did in the first game, in really no big hurry to put the ball back in play, as long as they do so within the legal time limit. There's not an official time limit. It's just sort of the referee decides when he's had enough waiting. United have it. This is CRU. Off a Rockford player now to play. And they're just going to be content to be along the sideline here, or the touch line, and just, bank it off people. It's Natalie Von Lowe backing in. Going to carry it down in the corner. Classic soccer move to kill time at the end of the game. so that even if possession is stripped away, you have to go 110, 120 yards to do anything. And that's going to be it full time here in DeKalb. DeKalb County United have become the first ever winners of the Women's 815 Cup with a 4-3 victory over Rockford Raptors. What a fantastic match. Lots of scoring, lots of action, and we're glad you could be here to join us for the game tonight. We certainly had fun bringing it to you. Long day, I'll tell you that. Let's review the scoring on the match tonight. On the 3rd minute, McKenna Gahagan gets a goal. She gets another one on 10 minutes, but before that happens, Araceli Romero Molina scores, and it's 2-1 after all those goals in the first 10 minutes. And then the game gets into a lull before Ava Galuzzo scores on 35 minutes to level the score at 2. And then just before halftime, Natalie Von Lowe with an absolute bullet from long distance, 44th minute, made it 3-2 at halftime. And then coming out of halftime in the 56th minute, United get another goal from McKenna Gahagan, her 3rd of the game, the hat trick, to make it 4-1. And then Rockford Raptors get a consolation goal from Addison Schaefer at 71 minutes, also a terrific individual effort for her. And that's how we end up with our final score for the evening. United are the first ever winners of the Women's 815 Cup. The presentation will be happening shortly. We will not be able to bring that to you. However, we thank you for your patience this evening and for your continued support of DeKalb County United. Will be next Sunday, July 27th at 2 p.m. as we take on Milwaukee Bavarians in the season finale for both teams. For everyone here at DeKalb County United, the coaching staff, the players, the volunteers, the board members, this is Brian Martin saying good night, good soccer. The final score once again here from DeKalb. DeKalb County United 4, Rockford Raptors 3. United have won the 815 Women's Cup.